If you have an upcoming job interview, say within the next 48 hours to 24 hours or within the next 1 hour, please make sure you watch this video to the very end before you go for your job interview. I am going to be showing you exactly what to do right before your interview, during your interview, and right after your interview that will help you get hired. Before we get started, very quickly, feel free to tell me the name or the job title you are interviewing for right there in the comment section. I will do my possible best to answer all your questions to make sure you get hired. Now let's get started. Please make sure you have your notepad and your pen. Make sure you take notes. The very first thing you should do is make sure that you research on the company. Let me tell you, these companies want to be able to feel special. They want to be able to have the perception that you're not just throwing applications everywhere. They want to be able to have the perception that you're intentional about working for them. And if you are intentional about working for them, how do you show them that without necessarily saying it? The way to do that is to look up the company. The easiest way, jump on their website, check them out on LinkedIn, go through their About Us section of the website. You would definitely see things like the mission statement or vision statement, their values, and things like that. And most especially, you also need to know what the company is about, the niche, what their services or products are. The second thing about researching the company is I need you to follow them on social media, so that you can get latest news updates about this company. That way you will stay in sync with the current events, and that will help you as you speak through your interview for you to come across natural. Last but not the least about the researching of the company is I need you to check what customers are saying, what previous employees are saying about this company. If this is a company that you really want to get into, even if previous employees are saying negative things about the company, don't go say that in your interview. Ignore those parts. Only focus on the good review from previous employees. And a typical place to look that up is Glassdoor. See what they are saying about them. And then when you're talking through your interview, even reference that to show these people that, look, you've done your homework. You are intentional. Employers like that. Now, I want to be able to tell you a quick and easy way to do this research easily and have all this information in one place. Use ChatGPT. I'm going to be giving you a very quick prompt on what exactly to tell ChatGPT that will give you valuable information that you need to know about this particular company. Feel free to replace your job title with the example that I'm using, and feel free to replace the name of the company that I'm putting with the example that I have used. So here you go. You can tell ChatGPT, I will be going for a change manager job interview with Being Agile Consulting. Please give me a quick overview of Being Agile Consulting, what they do, their key products and services, their mission statement, vision and value statement, latest news, and what people are saying positively about them. So just type this prompt, or you can read it to ChatGPT and get instant overview information of what you need to help you better prepare for your interview. Now, the second thing that I would like you to do is you need to come with your executive presence. What do I mean by that? You need to dress to impress. This is extremely crucial. I don't care the kind of job you are interviewing for. Even if you're going for a cleaner position, my recommendation is dress to impress. I know there are some couple of people out there that would say that just dress casually because we want to be able to see you authentically. I don't believe in all that. Dressing will determine how people would address you. The way you dress is the way you will be addressed. That is just how human mind function. So again, remember, you're going there to create a perception, which is why it's extremely critical that you dress to impress. That's how you come with your executive presence. So keep it quiet. Don't be too loud in your dressing. Keep it professional. I would suggest colors like black or white or just kind of quiet, plain color of dressing. And if you're putting on jewelries, make sure you quiet your jewelry. Don't put on too many and too big of a size of jewelry. Keep it simple and cute. And when it comes to makeup, I would strongly recommend that you keep your makeup simple. Keep it really simple. Keep your hair clean and neat. It's extremely critical, because once people see you, they already make a perception of you, which means that you will not have a chance like that to change that first impression. So give them the impression that you would want them to see you for. Do you know what this means? You just dressing professionally or bringing your executive presence. It means that you're taking the interview process seriously. So you're not playing around. You want this, and that's why you're taking it seriously. Number 2, it shows that you care. It helps the interviewer see that you have high standards. Let me quickly tell you a quick experience that I recently had. I recently went for an interview, and immediately I stepped into that interview room. The first thing that one of the panelists said is, "Oh wow, you look exactly how you look on TV." And I know that that is a compliment, because most of the time when I'm going for, or if I'm gonna be out there on any screen, whether as a speaker or just putting education videos out there, I make sure that I at least look a little bit decent. I make sure that I look presentable, I look decent, I look put together. That's pretty much it. So when he said that, I'm like, oh wow. So that's already a perception that we have established right there. And it will most likely determine how the rest of the interview will proceed. They already see me as someone with high standard. It's the same thing I want you to adopt. And let me tell you, that will also factor in when it comes to salary negotiation, whether you like it or not. It will factor in when it comes to salary negotiation. Now, the third thing is read your resume. Review your resume. You should be familiar with every single thing in your resume. And the reason is because your resume is part of the blueprints that they will use for the interview. That is, if there is anything in your resume that you are not able to defend, my recommendation would be you take it out. Anything that is in your resume, you should be able to confidently speak on it. So that is one thing. You wouldn't want them to ask you a question coming from your resume and you're acting all surprised and all shocked or all clueless. You don't want that. That would not give a positive impression. And the next thing that I would like you to do is make sure you read the job description word for word. You should be familiar with everything on the job description, most especially the required skills section, the responsibilities, and the nice to have section. You have to read every single thing on it. If there is anything on it that comes across to you as unfamiliar, please look it up. That is why preparing for your interview is the most important phase of your interview, because that is what will determine whether you're moving to phase 2 or phase 3 or phase 4, even before talking about giving you the job. You see, so that just taking out this time to prepare is essential. I will tell you, based on data has proven that 80% of candidates fail their job interview just because they fail to prepare correctly, or they don't really prepare at all. That is just a fact. So this may sound small, but that's important, you see. So make sure you're familiar with every single word on your job description. That is why anybody that has passed through being agile community, they know this. As mentees, one of the benefits you get is if you have an upcoming job interview, we are happy to review your job description, your job posting with you, everything on it word for word, help you interpret it, make sure you understand everything, and that's how we make sure that you're well prepared to go kill that interview. Now, when you ensure that you read that job description thoroughly, when it gets to the required skills, let's say, for example, they are looking for someone that can analyze data. They are looking for someone that can resolve conflicts. They are looking for someone that can influence without authority. Now, this will empower you to answer the question, what are your greatest strengths, or why should we hire you? These two questions are very important questions, and you reading your job description will empower you to ensure that when you're answering these questions, you align the things that you've prepared to talk about to tie with what is considered as important, what they are looking for from the job description. You see, that's how you give them what they are looking for, and that's how they will see that you're a better fit for the role and increase your chances of being hired. For example, I recently took an interview where part of the required skills is they are looking for someone that is familiar with data, that have experience with data, because they will need this person to come in and help them set up data, because that's the direction they want to go. And one of the other asks from the required skills is they are looking for someone who understands the meaning of satisfying customers. So when I went for the interview and then they're asking me, why should we hire you? These were the two things that I focused on talking about. For example, I said something like, I am data obsessed. I am a data driven person. I love data informed decision making. For example, while working with Being Agile Consulting, I was able to help them establish measurable metrics which empower the organization to start making informed business decisions, as well as data informed improvement opportunities, as opposed to just hypothetical. And then secondly, I am customer obsessed. How I am able to get fulfillment as a person is by satisfying my customers. Once my customers are happy, I automatically gain fulfillment and happiness, and that's how I'm able to also measure my own success as part of my performance goal. Saying that already just blew the mind of the interviewer, and right there and there I was scheduled for the next phase of the interview. The fifth thing that I want you to prepare for is you need to prepare a strong elevator pitch. For those who may not know what elevator pitch is that question they always ask you, tell me about yourself, give me a rundown of your experience, those kind of things. That is how they'll normally put it. Or within 1 or 2 minutes, tell me about your story. All of that, it means elevator pitch. And if you've been following me for a while, you know that I have a framework for elevator pitch that has been used by thousands of people over the years, and it has served people. Now, I'm just going to give you the structure. The very first thing as you come up with your elevator pitch is you need to first establish who you are. That part, I call it identity. You need to establish your identity, and then you follow it with what I called an acronym I've come up with called the CPATH. CPATH stands for you talk about your current, where you are currently in terms of job, right? And then you talk about, that's the C. The P stands for your past. Once you establish your current, you now talk about your past experiences. That is based on what is on your resume. The third thing that you want to now talk about, that's a P. The third thing is your key accomplishments. And at the level of key accomplishments, focus on talking about 1 or 2 accomplishments. And then the F stands for future. Now you go ahead and talk about your future. That is the structure. So once you cover all these areas in your elevator pitch, you know that you're also increasing your chances of getting this job. Now, let me give you a quick summary of what I would say when it comes to elevator pitch, starting by establishing my identity. Depending again on the role that I'm interviewing for, because I have different versions of elevator pitch. That is how every single person should be preparing for interview. It shouldn't be a one-size-fits-all shoe. You should be able to customize your elevator pitch depending on the role you're interviewing for. Let's say I'm interviewing for an organizational leadership role, any kind of leadership, especially project leadership, that kind of thing, people leadership. I will say something like, my name is Karen Fomafong. I am a business transformation leader with over 14 years of experience leading highly complex and regulated industries to successfully deliver quality solutions to their customers. That is my identity. Now, touching on the current. Currently, I serve Being Agile Consulting, where I am helping the organization do A, B, C, D. Go to your past. In the past, I have served company A, company B, company C, where I helped them, did summarizing like that, what you were there doing. And then, so make sure you're communicating value, proposition, not just listing responsibilities where you're talking about that. So once you talk about your past, now we touch on your key accomplishments. One of my key accomplishments that I can quickly remember is I have been able to help company A transition from hypothetical decision making to data-driven decision making by establishing a system of measurable metrics where they can quickly track work progress, issues, and make informed business decisions. And you talk about your current situation. Currently, I'm wrapping up with whatever you're doing, and that's why you're looking for a new role. You came across this opportunity, you thought it aligned with your background and your skill set, you talk in that direction. You see, in our program, these are the things we help people do. By the time you're done, you don't even recognize yourself. So that is it. And last but not the least, make sure you have at least 3 questions, powerful, intelligent questions ready to ask your interviewer. Don't be that one of those that they ask you, do you have any questions for us? I'd be like, nope, I think you've covered everything. That's good. No, don't do that. Always have questions, and your questions should be intelligent. They should be smart. I have a bank of questions that I've come up with in our previous contents. You should go on our channel, and I've clipped it right there though. You can also check that out and go through it. Well, this is Karen from iPhone. Most people know me as your business agility, career, and AI coach. Now I'm also helping everyday people like me how to be rooted in healthy money habits that will help you save smart, invest confidently, and build wealth without stress. Without stress, without any confusion, and without all the jargons. If you want to be mentored or coached so that you're not failing your job interview, just get to the comment section, get our contact information, and leave us a message. Visit our website, beingagileconsulting.com. Learn more about what we do, and let's discuss how we can help you succeed in your job interview. The economy is getting harder. Landing a job right now has become a very daunting and almost impossible task. That's why we are here to help you achieve this goal. Thank you so much. If you like what I'm saying, don't forget to share this with at least 5 people. You just might be helping someone out there without knowing. Leave a meaningful comment, and I will see you in the next video.